Hi guys, the Jazzy Nerd here, and this is just going to be a quick little video to explain how the post-game of Diamond is going to go, as well as talk about some of the differences in Platinum. So, don't want to watch the intro again. There we go. Can't remember what button start is. Okay, it's shift. My playtime is apparently 48 hours and 56 minutes. Anyway. So... Woo! I don't think that's quite right, actually. That's what I did. Anyway, how do I X out of this? Enter, apparently. Okay, so... First, regarding the differences in Platinum. The biggest one, and I did a ton of research on this. It's a Wii! The biggest difference, as I just walk in circles in my room for a little bit, is the order of the gyms. In Platinum, Fantina is the 3rd gym leader, not the 5th gym leader. And so as a result, her team is much lower leveled. And actually her team is a little bit different as well. She's got a Haunter instead of a Gengar, and she's still got the Miss Magius though. And also, a couple of the gym puzzles are different. Instead of Gardenia's maze, she's got this thing with a giant clock, basically. The giant clock that looks like a flower. Which, honestly, I think I like the Platinum puzzle better for her. And then, instead of Fantina's math problems, which, honestly, I thought was pretty cool, but I know a lot of people don't like math, Fantina's gym is changed to basically, it's almost a haunted house sort of thing, where you have to move through this fairly dark room and find the right door while dodging, or not dodging as the case may be, trainers with flashlights. And if you walk into the flashlight beam, you have to battle. So, I don't know if they changed more gym puzzles than that. I didn't check all of them. I know Crasher Wakes is the same. But, and then of course there's the Elite Four. I actually took an entire page's worth of notes on how the Elite Four is different in Platinum. So first, the teams are different. Aaron has a Yanmega and a Scissor instead of his Dustox and Beautifly, which I honestly think are the better team choices. The Yanmega and Scissor, I mean. Dustox and Beautifly are mediocre. Bertha has a Gliscor and a Rhyperior instead of her Sudowoodo and Quagsire. She still has 3 things quite weak to Grass. Flint actually has a full team of Fire types with a Houndoom, Flareon, and Magmortar instead of Steelix, Lopunny, and Drifblim. Lucian has an Espeon and a Gallade instead of Girafarig and Medicham. Apparently I was thinking of his Platinum team when I said he had a Gallade in Diamond. And Cynthia has a Togekiss instead of her Gastrodon. See, everything I've seen online that talks about how Cynthia's team makes for the hardest final boss battle, or boss battle at all in any Pokemon game in the main story, they're always talking about her Platinum team. Because her Pokemon cover 11 different types. She's got Dark Ghost, Grass, Poison, Fighting Steel, Water, Normal, Flying, Dragon, Ground. 11 types. And their movesets cover like 14 or 15 different types. So she's got ridiculous type coverage. I didn't want to look at that. The thing is, the Elite Four in Platinum have much lower levels. Cynthia's Garchomp's only 62 in Platinum, as opposed to 66. And the Elite Four, so in Diamond, Erin's lowest level is 53, Bertha's is 55, Flynn's is 57 or 58, and Lucian's is 59. In Platinum, those numbers are their highest levels. So the Elite Four is much easier. If I'd been playing Platinum, I could have just blazed right through the Elite Four with a team of 55s, in other words. And now that we've taken care of that, we're going to head downstairs, talk to Mom, and then I can share some of the other things that I need to talk about in this video. Marshall came looking for you a little while ago. I don't know what it was about, but he was shouting about you needing to get on a ship at Snow Point City. You know how impatient he is. He was gone before I could ask. Anyway, how's it going, kid? Is your project with Professor Rowan coming along? Actually, no, it's not, because I have no interest in completing the Pokedex, Mom. Anyway, so first we're going to open our town map. The area Marshall is saying that we need to go is this area over here, which I'm not hugely interested in. What I am interested in, however, is legend hunting. Unfortunately, there aren't a ton of options for legend hunting in Diamond. You can catch the Lake Trio, you can catch Cresselia and Giratina. And when the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection was still functioning, you could catch Darkrai and Shaman. But after they shut down the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, it is now defunct. There's no way to catch Darkrai and Shaman without glitching the game. I am considering attempting that glitch. The problem is I'm not sure it would work the same way on an emulator, and also has a fairly high chance of crashing the game. So, I'm still debating on that. Now, I could very easily go and catch Mesprit this episode. Or at least, I could very easily go and catch Mesprit if Mesprit would just sit at Lake Verity and wait to be caught. Mesprit is a roaming legendary, which, if you're not aware, you have to basically wander around the entire region tracking her. And I always think of Mesprit as a she because Mesprit's design always makes me think of a little girl with pigtails. I think I mentioned that before. You would have to run around the entire region looking for her, and once you initiated a battle, she would always try and run away at the first turn. So unless you have Mean Look, or Shadow Tag, or Arena Trap, or Master Ball, you would be in for a very long, hard slog, and I am not interested in attempting that. Now, I suppose I could Master Ball her. The problem is there's a second roaming legendary in Sinnoh, and that's Cresselia. So, I mean, which one do you use your Master Ball on? Either way, I'm just not going to be chasing down roaming legendaries. So, the only legends I will be catching are, at least the ones I will be guaranteed to be catching, are Uxie, Azelf, and Giratina. Uxie and Azelf, I mean, I know exactly where to go to find them, you just have to head back to the lakes, but they're at level 50, meaning I'm somewhat worried about fainting them. Add that to the fact that I have no means to paralyze or sleep them. And then there's Giratina. He's level 70, which wouldn't be too bad, because at least I wouldn't have to worry about fainting him in one hit. But the route you have to go on to find him has level 60 wild encounters. So I may actually have to grind a little bit just so I can get to Giratina without having to worry about my entire team passing out. And then that brings me to the elephant in the room. You're probably thinking, wait, Jazzy, you said you'll only be catching 3 legends. What about Arceus? Well, anyone who watched my finale video, where I had my sister here sort of doing co-commentary and sort of not, and if you know how Pokemon games work, you were probably thinking, wait, that's not right, Arceus is a mythical. And, well, I agree with you. Because it turns out my friend Marshall was misinformed when he told me that it was possible to catch Arceus in Diamond without an event. I think the reason he made that mistake is because events in the Diamond era did not work the way they do now in the XY era. In the XY and Oris era, all the events, the Diancie event, the Hoopa and Volcanion events, that Dragonite event that went off like 2 weeks ago that I never actually did, dang it. I just realized I never used that code. You just enter the code into your 3DS and it hands you the Pokemon. In the Diamond era, you entered the code and it simply gave you access to a place where you could encounter the Pokemon. So I think that may be why Marshall screwed up. And I mean, I was pretty confused for a while too because I trusted him. He knows Pokemon pretty well. And so I went looking online and there was nothing on Wikipedia about it, and I went onto Google and typed in, how to get Arceus in Diamond, and there was nothing about being able to catch him legit without an event. So, and again, emulator, action replay codes don't work, which is why I never managed to get my hands on the 4x experience code for grinding. So, that's pretty much everything I wanted to do. I think I will be initiating Mesprit and Cresselia just so you can see what it looks like, though. So since Lake Verity is right here, I'm gonna go trigger Mesprit. Actually, not yet. I have to have Surf for this. So, wait, I can run now. Actually, I could run the entire time. I was just pressing the wrong button. I feel really stupid about that. Wait. Dang it! There's no Pokemon Center here. I have to go to Sand Gem Town. Wrong button. Okay. Fly. To... Actually, let's just go to Jubilife. I'm actually not positive there's a Pokemon Center in Sand Gem Town. It's been, 48 episodes I was there. Or, not 48, more like 47. Okay, so we gotta get River out of the PC. Who are we gonna deposit? We're not actually having a battle, so it doesn't really matter who I put away. You're going away. And then you pull out River. And then, ooh, Hall of Fame. Well, maybe I'll check that later. Anyway, I just want to go trigger Mesprit. I want you guys to see what this encounter looks like. So, can we fly straight to Lake Verity? No, we can't. So, Twin Leaf. Okay. Now we run back to the lake. Fortunately, it's a very short trip. Okay. Oh, dang it. What level are the encounters? Oh, wow. They're actually fairly high level. Don't give a dang. Here's Mesprit's Cavern. So now we just head in here, trigger this, and Mesprit teleports off somewhere. And somehow the professor is here. Jazzy, that was Mesprit, wasn't it? You've accomplished what I'd asked you to do at the Canalave Library. I asked you to get data on the Pokemon of the lake, and you did. But it didn't provide any answers about the mysteries of evolution. I still don't know why some Pokemon evolve and others don't. Ultimately, it only deepened the mystery. But having mysteries to solve, that adds to my enjoyment. Jazzy, why don't you chase after Mesprit? Not in a million years, Professor. I am not putting the time into chasing a roamer. To me, it seemed as if it wanted to play with you. If you were to use the Poketch app marking map, you'd be able to track the movements of Pokemon. What? You don't have the marking map? You should occasionally pay visits to the Poketch company, you know. Go on, Jazzy. I'm sure that you will keep meeting countless Pokemon and people. Those encounters will keep thrilling you in their own special ways. I hope you enjoy that experience. Take care, Jazzy. I wonder why I'm at on time right now. I wonder if I could go trigger Cresselia this episode as well. Nah. I'm not doing Cresselia this episode. I didn't even originally intend to do Mesprit this episode. And dang it, I swear that was the exact same spot we got our last encounter in. Apparently there's one Psyduck in that spot that really wants to get caught. Almost said in that episode. What? I've got LPs on the brain. Oh. There actually is one more thing I wanted to do in this episode. Never mind. I was originally planning on explaining the glitch that lets you get Darkrai and Shaman in this episode, but I can do it in another one. So, I'm going to end this fairly short and uneventful episode right here. If you enjoyed this episode and are hyped for some post-game, then head over to my channel, The Jazzy Nerd, check out some of my other videos, and if you enjoyed those, hit the subscribe button, not the like button, subscribe button, because it helps a lot, and I am so spaced out today. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. And, excuse me, wow, burping in the video. Until then, stay jazzy.